All right, guys. Welcome. So glad to have everybody here. Sorry, y'all, my toothpaste just fell. Um, so it's good to have everybody here. We're super excited this evening. We're going to chat a little bit about the self-care kit. So this is an awesome kit, especially for those in South Africa, because it gives a little more cost-effective way to getting started with the Young Living lifestyle and the Young Living business. So we want to share a few of those features with you guys today, but I do think it's always important to know who is speaking with you. So I'm going to tell a little bit about my story, and then I'm going to turn it over to my co-host Lydia, who's going to tell a little bit about her story, her journey, and why these products are so life transforming. And we invite you guys, we do these every Tuesday, and we invite you guys to invite other people as well, because we want to give you guys resources so that you can help to share these beautiful products. For me, it started really with my son. My son was very sickly. I was on bed rest with him for 5 months. So 5 months, I couldn't go anywhere. When he was born, he still had a lot of health challenges and different issues going on. And so I was looking for healing. I was looking for solutions for him. The funny thing is I didn't realize where to look for them. I was already using oils. I was already into natural things. I was working to change his diet, his environment. And so that was around the time that my sister Tashina actually introduced me to Young Living. I am a super skeptic by nature. So if you tell me the sky is blue, I'm going to tell you, well, actually it's the reflection of, and go into all of the things, right? So for me, I had to do research. I had to investigate the company. I was one of those weird people who, actually called my oil companies to see where their farms were. Because I'm like, they're telling me that you guys don't know where your farms are, and get that actual information. And so I say all of that to say, do your research, know and be confident with the products that you're using. When I started slowly incorporating Young Living, I saw incredible improvements, not only with my son, but even with myself. One of the most powerful things in my journey that I saw was what it did to my emotions. I didn't even realize I had such deep-seated things within me that needed to be addressed and needed to be released. And that's really one of the most powerful things behind these oils, again, as you get them in your home and start using them. So I've never looked back before, and now I love sharing this lifestyle with other people. Our calling and our heart is with Africa, so that's why we're doing these calls. We want to share this lifestyle, these opportunities, not only physical health, spiritual health, but also when it comes to finances. So with that, I'm going to go ahead and turn it over to Miss Lydia. She's going to tell us a little bit about herself.
Hi there. As Dana said, my name is Lydia, and I currently live in Tennessee, and so it's towards the central portion of the U.S. My family, however, is originally from Ghana, so both of my parents born and raised there, and a majority of my family is in West Africa. So for me, on my own personal journey of health, coming from a family where there was already a sense of wanting to take well care of ourselves, this was just a natural part of my own personal journey. When I was first presented with Young Living as an option, it was with a friend who saw that I was going into teaching. So I was going to teach upper school mathematics. And being in that environment with lots of children, there's, of course, an easier chance of getting sick. So she recommended that I use Thieves. I said yes. And I was simply using one or two items because I was seeing results, and others around me were experiencing results when they would ask, it's towards the middle of the day, can I borrow your peppermint? Or I'm feeling really anxious, can I use some lavender? And I was seeing the pieces but wasn't putting the whole picture together. So fast forward about 5 years later, when we were expecting our first child, and we knew that we wanted to raise her differently. We were seeing how much toxicity was present in that was being just given as a standard for what would we put in our bodies and in our babies. And I said, no, we are not going that route. There has to be a better way. And I remembered back to Thieves, and I remembered back to Young Living, and decided this is the time to take those pieces and put them into place here. So I came into this with a new energy, a new drive, a new passion, and now being able to expand that circle to include my family that lives in West Africa, and to include my family that lives in the UK, as well as my family and friends here, is really what this is all about. I know that there's a better way. I know that a lot of the health concerns that we see and that my own family has had to deal with for generations, it doesn't have to be that way. And so that is why I share. That is why I'm excited you are here. And I cannot wait to share with you some of the different pieces that will help you to get started, not just for a one time, but for a lifetime.
Awesome, awesome. So I do want to just briefly share my screen. So I want to show you guys what we're going to be discussing and talking about this evening. This virtual kit, if I can Nope. Hold on. There we go. All right, guys, can you see my screen? So I just wanted to share this real quick. It's just 2 slides. I'm gonna stop sharing it as we start talking, but I just wanted to show you, this is in South Africa, their 50 PV virtual enrollment kit. So these will be the items that we're gonna talk about: that charcoal bar soap. We're gonna talk a little bit about tea tree, the whitening toothpaste, the lavender lip balm, and the lavender essential oil. And this is how the
Dana, for whatever reason, there you go.
Oh, did I get stuck?
Just for a moment, would you mind to repeat?
Yes, sorry about that, guys. So what I was gonna say is just, this is a great way in South Africa to go ahead and get started. So join the Young Living lifestyle, join the Young Living team. So with as little as 726 Rand for this 50 PV virtual enrollment kit, you can now join Young Living and start your journey into self-care. And this is valued at 960 Rands. So again, you can see with the bundles how much you get to save. So I just wanted to show you guys that as we talk about these products, and so you can understand the value and what you're getting. So with that, I'm going to stop sharing my screen, and I'm going to go ahead and first start talking about the Thieves toothpaste, if you guys can see that. So this is the whitening toothpaste that comes in the kit. So this is an excellent fluoride-free plant-based toothpaste. I love that they have included this because really Young Living is a full lifestyle company. So even if you find that people are like, oils seem weird, I'm not really interested in that, know that there's other products that you can highlight for them that they're gonna see amazing results, and they are oil infused, so it might get them used to the idea of using natural products. And this is something that most of us are using every day anyways, right? So it's not as difficult to help them appreciate, well, all you're gonna do is replace the toothpaste you're currently using and use this toothpaste instead. So love, love, love this. This is one of our favorites. We keep this as a staple in our home, that whitening toothpaste. Next, what I want to talk about is tea tree. So you get this 5 milliliter bottle of tea tree oil. And especially being us talking about self-care, this is an excellent, excellent one. I love this in my skincare routines. I still, even though it's funny because my skin is actually drier, but I still get, like, when it's that time of month, different hormonal acne and things going on with my skin. I love adding this to maybe like a clay mask, adding it to my moisturizer. This is going to be an excellent, excellent one to do. It also is really, really good to diffuse. It's a good one. I also make my own deodorant, and so I'll put a little bit of tea tree in there. So it's a super versatile oil that you can use with so many different things, okay? Oh, did I get stuck again? Oh, I'm sorry. And and I think with that, I'm going to go ahead and turn it back over to Lydia, who has a few products that she's going to talk about from that self-care kit.
Thanks so much, Dana. So in our house, like Dana had already shared, having a place that not only allows us to take care of our families, but also to take care of ourselves is part of what Young Living is all about. So it is more than the oils, and we get to see how those oils are infused in different products. So the first one I wanted to highlight is, where's my friend? Here it is lavender. So if I'm not mistaken, do you have by any chance the lavender in that smaller size nearby? If not, that's okay. Awesome. Okay. So something to know about Young Living is that with some of the oils, you can get them in 2 different sizes. So this is a 15 milliliter bottle of lavender. However, the self-care kit comes with the 5 milliliter bottle of lavender. It's still the same amazing, incredible oil. So with lavender, this one is very, very, very versatile. In many cases, when you're not sure of what oil to use, lavender is your first line of defense. Just go on ahead and use it. So, for example, in the last week, we've used lavender for skin because I have a son who is 2 and he's in his clumsy phase right now. And so as there's all the bumps and bruises and whatnot that's going on, I'm using lavender along with either the lip balm or ointment to help to create that natural moisturizing bandage, if you will, for his skin. Because I know that we could go the typical traditional route of using antibiotics on the skin, but that actually in the long run is going to create a place of potential damage. And so I'd rather that we use something that's healing and that's going to be restorative and works with his body to heal, and lavender allows us to do just that. Lavender is also something that I use on my skin. I'm not in my clumsy phase, but if I'm wanting to refresh my skin in the morning, I combine this with a carrier oil, so think jojoba oil or shea butter, or for the skin on the face, those would be the really big 2 in our house. So I use that and it works beautifully. At the same time, my husband, he has sinus issues from time to time where he just has a lot of pressure in his nose. And he's found that along with being careful with what he's eating, using a drop of lavender across the top of his nose, within seconds, opens it back up, and now he can breathe clearly, all from the same plant. So it's truly, truly remarkable. Another portion of the self-care kit that was mentioned is the lip balm. So I think a child ran off with the lip balm. It's totally fine, but it is still part of the infused set. So with that lip balm, you think, oh, well, it's lip balm. Does that really matter? Well, there's something that's called bioaccumulation. And bioaccumulation is the fact that over time, when you're using items that have toxins in them and chemicals that are harmful to the body in them, you may think it's just a little, it doesn't matter that much. But every time you use an item on your skin, in your mouth, on your hair or your face, in your food, lip balm, all of those areas used repeatedly throughout the day, and even with your clothes, washing your clothes with detergents that have harmful chemicals in them, and it's applied to your skin all day long. All of those pieces can build up in your system. So now you're starting to see, in many cases, people having health issues that were not there before. So yes, I switch out the lip balm to know that I can use it safely. It's completely 100% vegetarian. It has vitamin E, it has jojoba, it has shea butter in it, and it is infused with lavender essential oil as well as other very nurturing and moisturizing oils for the skin. So I choose to use that knowing that I am one step closer in terms of protecting my health, and then also when my children run off with it, their health as well. The last portion is the charcoal bar soap. And so with the charcoal bar soap, it is phenomenal. What I enjoy using it for, and if you were to see the one that I had, it looks very crazy because it doesn't take a lot. So all I do is I either will take a section of it, break it up, and then put it and make it into a liquid soap. But I actually prefer to use it in its bar form. So I just simply use it. It's for me personally, and I just swab it on my face when I'm taking a shower and my face is wet, and I use it to create this wonderful foaming awesome lather. It does include, along with the essential oils of cedar wood and tea tree and lavender, it also includes activated charcoal. And so that's part of what gives it that black tint. Activated charcoal, if you're familiar with it, is again one of those very versatile natural ingredients, natural products that allows us to gently cleanse, to detox our system. It is kept in many an emergency room because it's a way to help pull out and bind up any kind of harmful chemicals that are within the body in a very emergency state, as well as just being very, has the ability when paired with other ingredients to be nourishing and healthful. So that's part of what I can use to help my skin to be well. And so I love that in these ways where I'm pampering myself and taking care of my family, I'm doing so without compromising our wellness.
Love that, Lydia. Thank you so, so much. So with that, again, that is our the virtual self-care kit. If you are new here, that is a great way to get started. It is a specialty for South Africa, but get started, get started, get started. If you are already a member, this is an excellent one that you can share with others as well. So we thank everybody for being here. We'll open it up if you guys have any questions. If you have any questions, we would love to answer any questions for you guys, whether it's questions on the products we just talked about, or if it's questions for the business. So I'll go ahead and open that up if anybody wants to ask any questions.
So I did receive a question relating
to ask you.
yes, it's totally fine. So the question was asked about the liquid form of the soap. So what I do is I take just a chunk, it does not take much, take about, I'd say, if you cut the bar into thirds and then cut that into thirds or fourths, take one of those cubes, and I basically melt it, if you will, meaning I put it in some distilled water that's been heated, so boiling distilled water, and I use that hot water to then melt down the soap. So I like to do it as close to 1-to-1 as possible, and then I'll also add in a little vitamin E that will help to contain that soap, because it is meant to be used in bar form, and so moving it from bar to liquid, the vitamin E helps ensure it as a preservative. So I go that route. But if you want quick and easy, just use the bar and just boop, boop, boop.
Nice. Nice, nice. Anything else, guys? If not, we appreciate again everybody being here. Again, we do these every Tuesday. We're going to stay consistent to make sure you guys have a resource. So whether the daytime works good for you, or you're thinking outside the box and internationally, whether Africa, or even if there's maybe other international countries that you're thinking about, invite them on here. I actually had a few that I invited from the UK as well. So invite them, invite them, invite them. So with that, I appreciate everybody, and I will let everybody go. Take care.
See you later, everyone, and cannot wait to see you as we're hopping on convention. Very excited, very excited.
Yes, so many big announcements coming, guys, so stay tuned.